Yeah. Talking so much poop, your poop hole is getting jealous. We haven't rematched since that hippie video of fourth Motor against whatever you were. And that was said by Australia for Life. Hello and welcome to this long-awaited 1v1 rematch between Lil Goat and Australia for Life, played on Airport Duel. If you haven't seen the thrilling prequel, I highly recommend checking it out. Wow, what a game. Truly an indescribable experience, that's all I've got to say. This time we'll be delving into the minds of both players by looking at the decks, and wow, wow, wow. Right, so this is Lil Goat's review deck review. I'm just going to start again. Right, so this is Lil Goat's deck review for the game. He's playing 7th Panzer Division, which is like 9th Panzer Division, except worse. And yeah, let's get into it tab by tab. So first things first, opening fob. I don't really agree with this division. You need the momentum. You need to be getting in there. You need the momentum, right? And you're not getting the momentum if you're opening fob. So I would be bringing a third card of supply. I can understand, right? I mean, this is only one per card now, but it used to be two. Can understand you want to keep these two shooting all game. You need a fob. I get it, but yeah, I mean, you're taking a big risk bringing that fob. You can still do it. You can still do it. And then yeah, this CV is wheeled, right? And if you don't have an infantry CV, which you don't, yeah, you need wheeled CVs. So yeah, it's not the end of the world if you bring the fob, particularly in team games. On the inf tab, PKMs. So if grenade launchers are an option, you should be bringing the grenade launchers. The PKMs are good, but the grenade launchers now, I mean, they have just been nerfed a little bit, but they're very, very strong. So I'd be swapping this out for that grenade launcher, because it is literally twice as good, more than twice as good. You know, you get half right. Pioneers, yeah, so Pioneer Flam are kind of bad now. I don't really understand what happened. Well, yeah, I do. This weapon got nerfed, and their availability got nerfed, and it's like, and their price got nerfed, and so this is cheaper, you get more of them, and it works better. So, yeah, the flamethrowers are in kind of a bad state at the moment. It's this 8-second reload time, it's just depressing. The 45% accuracy is not great. I mean, 8-second reload time is crazy. Yeah, it's very sad. Motschutz at SVD, yes, fair enough. Good squad. Motschutz at BTR, yes. Panzerjäger, yes. And then one Motschutz in BMP1. So, I don't think this is worth a 10-point upgrade. So 17 pen can one-shot a 3 armor vehicle. I don't know if I think these two, I don't know if it was a ranked match or what. There's been a lot of drama about it, a lot of name calling in the Warriors Discord over this game, which is why I'm looking forward to it so much. But if you know you're against Belgium, Belgium doesn't have 3 armor IFVs, so you don't need this. Either way, it's not worth it, because this has more range, and ATGMs are all about suppression now anyway, so you might as well just have the range and save 10 points, and have the range and more suppression, right? Conkers, yeah, fair enough. And then, yeah, we spoke about this. This used to be a PKM team. That's all fair enough. I mean, I'd be tempted to get rid of the Panzerjäger. I mean, are they? Do you ever use this? Do you know what I mean? And then I'd be tempted to get an extra card of Mott in the BMP1 SP2. I know this thing is like, it used to be the 7th unique unit. Obviously now it's in 6th and 9th, but it's just not worth it for 40 points at the moment. RE tab, so yeah, RM70, and that's why he's got the fob. This used to come at 2 per card, by the way. It's 1 now. This thing and mortars for smoke. Tank tab, so yeah, the CV tanks, that's fair enough. And then T72M1, and then T72Ms, which got a little bit more expensive. No, it's the M1 that got more expensive. 15 points more. It was 160 before. 17 is a key kind of... I mean, to be honest, it's not 20 points key. To be honest, this should probably be about 5 points more. I think that's my take on it for what it is. But yeah, now it just seems weird that being a 20-point gap for surviving. Basically, if you've got 17 armor, you survive a 30 AP missile, which is every single anti-tank plane in the game except two. And those two you never see. So that's a big difference. But everything else is the same. And yeah, I think that's all fair enough. And then the base T-72, it came down in price by 5 points. I don't know about this. Because it's not got smoke and it's 130 points, whereas this is 80. And I know it dies to a toad too, but yeah, who knows? Maybe this will work. We'll see. And then this thing, which the other ones went up to 85 kilometers an hour, but this stayed at 65, which is pretty funny. Recon tab, so Spezial Aufklärer, Motorized Aufklärer, and Aufklärer. Do you need this? Wouldn't you rather have this, and then your tanks will have exceptional optics because you hold shift, hold shift, press F, and then left click on your tank, and then your tanks can actually see something. I guess maybe he wants to use the Avclair or BMP1 for that, but that's only good optics, and this is exceptional. And you don't need that much recon infantry. You obviously need these guys. This is literally the only reason to play 7th over 9th, and they're not even that good. AA tab, Cub, Igla, Strela, yeah. This thing has bad range, so don't bring it. Helo tab, yeah, fair enough. I mean, can be always nice having a Cocom, but you can't fill that slot. But all of a sudden it's looking like you can fill that slot. So these are now 3 availability per card. I think it was this one that changed and not the other one. It was the other one. It was the one on 4th that changed. It wasn't this one. And then you've got some bombers. And then you've got some more bombers. I'm pretty sure this one-shots heavy tanks on the top armor. And this doesn't. It is also 100 points more expensive. But it's like, do you need 5 bombers? Couldn't you have... Do you need 6 fighters? You've got Cubs. You could get rid of that. And then you could bring the Seed. And then your AT planes will live longer. Or, bring another AT plane. Or, you could come back here and get 3 more helicopters, depending on, you know, whatever you want, right? 2 more helicopters, whatever. It's up to you. Maybe you prefer the way it was, but I'm here to offer advice. Everything else is kind of just normal. I mean, you do need this, though, for your tanks. You really do. Everything else seems fine, right? And then we spoke about the BMP ones, the FOB thing. Switching to his opponent's division, we've got Australia for life playing 16th Belgium, and I can immediately see an issue here. And that's that he hasn't brought a... Sorry, my nose is very itchy. I don't know what caused it. Maybe it's on my head. I don't know. Anyway, no Helo. I appreciate it's a 2-point card slot, but getting a TOW 2, you don't need 8, right? And you lose 1 availability, which is just not on, really. This is very useful. Do you need all the Scorpions and all the Scimitars and the Eclairs and the other Eclairs? Do you really need all the Eclairs, right? You could get rid of some Eclairs. This is 8 men, so really you should be getting rid of this one. Especially if you've got regular Fusiliers in here, which have the airborne forward deployment anyway, so you don't need that recon one. And now you can get this healer, because if somebody breaks through your lines, let's say completely hypothetically, I haven't seen the game yet, a 7th Panzer player breaks through your lines with a big tank blob, big T-72 blob. This is how you stop them. You just put one of these behind your line. It's so useful to have this. And it can survive a hit, because it's got 6, you know, survive a hit from any manpad in the game, because it's got 6 HP. Here, FOB on Belgium is not a good idea. But... Because I... What? I don't think the FOB on Belgium is a good idea, but we'll see. Typically, you'd be running 3 cards of supply, but if you need, you know, I can sort of understand, oh, well, I can't get this card of supply, I need extra supply, so I get a FOB. A FOB is more than 2 cards of supply. 3 cards of supply is 18,000 supply, right? Yeah, this CV, not the forward deployed one. 3, 5, 7. So if you swap this out, you'd have 6, which is still 3 cards. Like, it's not the end of the world. The way I build it, I'm pretty sure I've also got the Sultans in there. And I've got 3 cards. I have basically stacked this up quite high. Anyway, inf tab. So this thing for 40 points. I mean, it's got smoke. It's not bad. It is kind of bad. It should really be not 40 points, I think. I don't know. Fusiliers for the rush, yes. Reservists in the correct transport, yes. These guys, I think, did they come down in price? No, it was the Pioneers that came down in price, which he is actually bringing. Between these two, the obviously this has more armor, but the gun is bad, so I'm not sure there's much in it, to be honest. And then yeah, 15 IFVs. They used to be a bit more expensive, and command. No Pioneers. It's kind of weird. No Satchel guys. These are really bad. Don't bring them. But yeah, no Pioneers. Artillery. So like, what's this for? Is it for early game smoking? If you're not doing early game smoking, bring this one instead. And then this is your late game smoking. Tank tab. It's not good. It's really not, because it's got mediocre stealth and it's only got 2 armor, and it's 65 points, which is the same as a Jaguar 1, even though that's got 6 armor. So I'm not a big fan, really, but, you know, maybe you can make it work. This thing, yes, a must bring. And then, yes, lots of Leopard 1s, but, like, do you find that you're bringing all these? I've noticed one of them's not updated. Do you find that you're bringing 14 Leopard 1s and then 5 1A5s? Maybe you do, maybe you do. I find that I don't. So I think I got rid of one of these cards and downvetted that, and then left it like that, and then that gives you 3 points where you can get some infantry, like some of these. That's very useful, or you know, maybe another artillery, or maybe that 3rd card of supply, for example. Recon, we spoke about this, I got rid of a card there. Do you need the Scorpion if you've got the Scimitar? Probably not, right? I'm pretty sure I bring this and put it with my tanks, because this is the exceptional optics one, like the BRM1 on the other team. I'm pretty sure I do that. Anyway, this, you're missing a big trick here. It's got airborne forward deploy, and you can bring it in a helicopter, so you can get it really far out at the start. So you're missing a big trick by bringing it in the truck. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really rate the Scorpion. There you go. Now you've got 3 AP. You could bring that tank, or you could bring some more inf. AA. What's this? You know, are you buying 12 Gepards? Probably not, right? This is for the forward deployment. It is very bad, but this forward deployed AA for what it's worth. And yeah, we've put this in. I put that in. And then you can bring, you know, some more fighters if you want, and then another artillery piece. You could upvet these so you get 2, something like that. Or you could bring another bomber. You know, this has 30% ECM and it's 155 points. I used to think this was bad, but Gnef said it's good. I still think it's kind of bad. It reloads quite quickly. It's got 30% ECM and it's 155 points. So maybe it's worth bringing, or, you know, 3 AP. You could fill that tank slot again and upvet these again. Or you could fill this inf slot, you know, it's up to you. So that's the deck reviews. Let's get to the deployments. Right, so with that out of the way, let's talk about the matchup. Belgium, generally regarded as quite a weak div at the moment. The Leopard 1s just aren't that good, and you don't even get self-propelled mortars, so it's very difficult to make anything happen. You don't get long-range AA, which doesn't matter too much. The latest patch added a 2nd card of Minstrels, but, you know, they didn't even used to have that, right? The latest hotfix, small patch, whatever you want to call it. Australia for life is playing Belgium. why I put that in there. 7th Panzer Division, it was nerfed a bit. The tanks got a little bit more expensive. One of the tanks got a little bit more expensive. Apart from that, it's basically been untouched, apart from the fact that it only gets 1 RM70 per card now instead of 2. Both, yeah. What is there to say? I mean, 7th isn't exactly a top div either. I'd say it's a little bit stronger than Belgium. Red's on the stronger side simply because it's easier to attack Paul than it is to attack Anna. And yeah, however, the forward deployment of Blue can get into Elena, whereas the forward deployment from Red can't really get into Fedor before Blue's does. So that's a big difference. Yeah, let's cover the deployments. Sorry, I'm just not with it, bro. So we got Blue Fusiliers coming down here, and he has got the forward deployed AA piece with it, but for some reason it's a little bit further behind. I'm not sure why. Oh, because this is 100 and this is 90. Yeah, so it's just spread out a little bit. I didn't pause the game exactly right when it started, so they've moved a little bit down here, and you see they've spread out a little bit as a result of that. Although, I mean, this has only spread out this much, so I think maybe you just sort of put it too far behind. Now he's got 2 coming in over here. I mean, this is less ideal. I mean, that's really just not going to work. It would be much easier to just have all this going in here, and then just put 1 Milan 2 in here and 1 Recon unit in here. As we saw from the deck review, he's missed the greatest asset of the Belgian opener, which is the ability to open with 6 forward deployed very quick helicopters, and he could have just taken Elena at the start with all those. You don't use all 6, you're right, you could use like 4, take this building, take this building, try and take this building, and you have a fighter up, and he could have had all that, because it would have started like here. It gets there very, very, very quickly. But yeah, he's got a fob instead, so he's lost a lot of his forward momentum there. CV for Paul, and then presumably Elena, and no CV on this side, which is really bad news. Humvee Tow 2 just to hold the flanks. 1 Scorpion, 1 Scimitar. We spoke about this, you know, do you need both? They sort of do the same thing. The Scorpion is cheaper, but a lot worse. So yeah, they're going in here, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work really. If there's a Special Aufklärer, which there isn't. We'll see how fast the regular Aufklärer gets there. CVRT Striker for what exactly? I mean, surely you'd want it here, in which case, I don't know, because a tank round here can hit you here, so it's just not the right place to be. You want an infantry Milan team in here. There is an infantry Milan 2 team here. It's in the tracked vehicle, so it's pretty slow. And we got a Humvee Tow 2 going pretty deep there. I do wonder what's going to happen with that. And then we've got a guy here. I mean, sure. And then a couple of guys for this, couple of Fusiliers and Eclairs. Switching to his opponent's deployment, we got Lil Goat here, also opening fob. Fob on Belgium is really weird. You don't want fob on Belgium. Fob on 7th can sort of make sense. I don't know if this game was played before the thing where you get 2 RM70s per card. If you still got 1, if it's the one where you're on 1 RM70 per card, then this not so great. Also, you want it behind the trees really, because if the enemy gets to here, I know it might say that he won't, but he is going to see that fob and it's going to go down. So you got to be very careful. Special Aufklärer trying to get to this. We'll see how that goes. And then 2 Iglas behind it to defend it from helicopters. And a couple Special Aufklärer coming in for mid here. We'll see who gets there first. It should be red, really. But there's not much in it. I mean, this is quite slow off-road, 40 off-road. Whereas this is 75 off-road. And once you get off this road, it becomes off-road. Regular Aufklärer going to mid and a Special Aufklärer going to the right here, and then we've got the big blob attack. Okay, it's not actually a big blob attack, so supply, and then presumably the Cub is going there. Yeah. And then 2 PKM teams for here and here. I mean, sure. They are cheap. Conkers for the big building, as you'd expect. Pioneer for the right side. 2 mot shots and SVD, 1 for mid. I mean, this is sort of overkill now. You don't really... I don't know. We'll see, because obviously he's actually attacking it. And 1 back here, and a T-72, which is actually going for the right. So he expects to be attacked on Emma, which usually that's not what happens. Usually they attack Elena, but we'll see. Yeah, let's cast the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joinerifying the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. At the highest tier, the tier 4 channel membership, they get the games cast at a rate of 1 per calendar month. Great way to support the channel. If you don't want to do that, please just like the video. You could have done it in the time it took me to say this. And if you don't mind, like, write in a comment. You just got to write GG. So yeah, because these have to come around, there's a weird bend here. These guys actually get here first, which is interesting. And so, will he get them in the transports? No, they unload behind the buildings here. The Special Aufklärer will win this fight because they're better. They're special forces, and you know they cost more, but they've got the SVDs. These guys are at 0 vet. Doesn't help when your vehicle blows up next to you. Sort of stresses you out a bit. Regular Aufklärer who are going down here. Like, the Fusiliers made it here, but I just wonder, like, what's the point? If all of this was here, you'd be doing better for yourself, but... And also, opening 1 CV when you're the guy trying to do the rush is not ideal at all, really. It would be faster to take Fedor first, if in case you're wondering. Especially now that... So that the Toad 2 actually beat the Special Aufklärer there. Big bombing run there. Oh, no! Oh, that was huge. He got 3 units there. PKM and Aufklärer. I'm not sure if there was like a Conkers there as well. I think there was. So somehow the Fusiliers are winning. But this T-72 just isn't helping out at all, really. If this was here, these would be dead. But instead, they're not. I do like the infantry rotation from Australia, but yeah, like, even though he's got the rush, you know, he's not taken this. He's taken this before this. He's just driving past this to take the other one. He's not bought another CV. That bomber, usually bombers aren't really worth it in the first minute, but I mean, he got 3 units with it, so it definitely was worth it. Toad 2 needs to reverse, really. I mean, it should, the Toad 2 should win, but yeah, because the T-72 accuracy is quite low to begin with, and when they've been hit, it goes down by like 50% or whatever. So, you know, Australia here could be on a plus many. I mean, he's in a good spot. He's in a good spot. He needs to re-secure this, really. He's got this, which is huge. Just put that Fusiliers up there. And then, yeah, he really needs to sort this out. Like, he can't actually see this because of the stealth. And, you know, if you're red at this point, you should be panicking. I mean, really, yeah, you need to secure Emma. And then Australia, he's forgotten about his CV here. So even though he's got these 2 zones, he's not capping them. So he's only on a +1 when he should be on a +3. This isn't even coming over here. All he had to do when he clicked it over here, which was a wrong mistake anyway, should have taken this first and then that, is just shift and then click over here, and then it would automatically come back, you know, shift F, click, fast move. So over here, I don't think the scimitar's going to make it. Yeah, I mean, it says that it's just out of range there, but when it's in a building, it tends to do a bit of lying, and the scimitar's the more important one there, so I don't know, I think the Scorpion's probably going to die, because if he gets in this building, which he's not actually doing... oh, wow. That was a good Toad 2 shot there. It's dead now, though. I can't see the Conkers missing at that range. Yeah. Down it goes. So Striker here intercepting the reinforcements, or missing them, whatever the case may be. And, yeah, he's still not bothering to cap these zones. Yeah, it's just like the last time. Wow, so has he found the fob? Like, does he actually see that? Or what? I mean, he's going to see... I don't think you can shoot it with a tow, but he should definitely know this is here, and he should buy... You know, he should... I don't know if that bomber's back off cooldown yet, but he should really be trying to do something about this. He should at least ping it, or just burn it onto his eyeballs that there's a fob there, so that he can kill it, because if he gets this, that's absolutely huge. I mean, it's looking really bad for Red at the moment, to tell you the truth. This thing's obviously very bad. Like, you know, yeah, he's just sort of letting us die. I don't... Blue's overextending. We see this a lot. I do it myself all the time. He had a good spot, and now he's just losing guys for no good reason. Like, he lost his Scorpion Scimitar here. He lost that Toe 2 after getting that thing. He could have pulled it back. You see, yeah, he's losing this. I mean, is he going to do anything about this? He did spot it. He should know it's there. You ping it so you can remember where it is. AT plane purchased. I mean, okay. And here, yeah, the Mott Shots and SVD probably win this fight, but you know, Red hasn't actually taken this yet because Blue managed to intercept his Toe 2. And yeah, this is just not working. You need to run away with this, get it behind something. He's just gonna die. Okay. SVD, I mean, this is basically like 4 machine guns because of the SVD. It's, the suppression is like 2.1 machine guns or something like that. Anyway, yeah, okay, well, yeah, when you run away, you don't want to run away into the line of sight of the enemy, because he's, I mean, if he had any sense, he'd be shooting you, but... Okay, so the bomber's off cooldown, so, yeah, he doesn't, he's just, I mean, he saw the fob. That's really good, seeing the fob, and now he's just not doing anything about it. This is probably dead. Down it goes. So yeah, he saw this fob, 16,000 supply there for the killing. Just had to buy an arty piece. We know he's got it. He could have killed that any time. I mean, maybe he's saving it for later. This is really daft. Just massive overextension here. Like don't get me wrong, he did well to get this opener, but now he's just sort of throwing. I mean, this is just gonna kill him. It's interesting that this can't actually shoot that. Right, yeah, okay, so, alright, there's a helicopter shooting at you, so now don't keep going. But yeah, he's just not using his head. This is, well, I don't know, will it go down? Probably, yeah, down it goes. He had it, he's throwing. He's on a +3. All he had to do was not charge for this, because there's literally no point in doing so, and just secure this. And like, you've already got so much of the map here, but he just kept charging. Just had to keep charging. But having said that, you know, he is on a +3. It's just like now he's only buying tracked stuff, and he's not reinforcing this at all. He's just sending loads of reservists over here and continuing to attack. Basically for no reason. He's just giving up the positions that he's spent so much time winning. Right, he had this. And he came over here and died. He had this, but he came over here and died. He was over here somewhere. Oh no, never mind. This is the one that found the fob. He found the fob, but he didn't kill it. And yeah, he's just charging with his Vet Zero Fusiliers, and I don't know, like, he's basically just given up this position now. He had it, he's lost it. Depends if Red knows. And now he's just bought, what, 3 minutes worth of reservists, so 2 minutes worth of reservists. Now he's buying loads of bad AA. Yeah. It's not exactly combined arms warfare, is it? So I thought this was pretty Jova, but you know, he came right up to the fob and didn't kill it, and then he just sort of threw all his units away. So I think Red's got a pretty good chance here if he just, you know, buys a CV. There we go, and just holds this. I mean, I wonder if he knows about. I mean, he clearly doesn't, but he should know, because he saw that unit come forwards, but it's not always easy to tell, right? And, you know, you could try and just poke and see what comes out. You've got the guns on this if you run into a squad or whatever. And now there's just, yeah, okay, so just some more reservists here. RM70 purchased, you know, with that fob. That fob, that blue saw. The RM70 that uses the fob. That blue saw, and just didn't kill. Didn't just buy an arty piece. And I mean, we know he's only got 105s. For some reason he's not got the paladins. Could just queue up 5 attack orders on here and it would die. Maybe like 10 or something, I don't know. But you should know, like, you saw it. But now the RM70's coming out, and all the reservists are dying, as you might expect. Sort of, once again, I find myself at a loss for words. I mean, it really is like last time. It's just kind of poor decision making. I don't know about buying the RM70 now, but I mean, it's working. Mainly because your opponent's a very big brain individual. So yeah, like, his entire front line's collapsing, but he's buying planes, and it's not really what you should be doing if your entire front line's collapsing. You should be like just giving up this position, this really commanding position. He just gave it up to run forwards one house and get shot. It's very depressing. And now he's just buying reservists. You know, I mean, credit to him, he got really far, especially considering his opener had a fob in it. But now, like, everybody's just dead. It's not accomplished anything, really. Not sure what the point of this was. These are not very good. They're only good at the start. Even then, they're not good. Just not very good. Yeah. What can I say? As you can see, they are making very pretty, shooty, lucky things, and not actually. You know, this man had 3 HP when they started. He just lost 1. It's on 2 now. As you can see, it's just not good. Red has just walked back in here. All he had to do was, when he took all this, was just stop attacking and then reinforce it with some fast wheeled stuff. Loses basically everything there. I mean, still technically alive here, but I'm not. Well, the same could be said for myself. So yeah, F16 going down there. You'd sort of expect. I mean, this is very cost effective for 165 points. It's only got 10% ECM, but it's very cost effective. Yeah, and you know, he's just sort of given up this, and he just keeps feeding reservists. I mean, what's the plan here? Why is he doing this? Red's moved back into this territory. I mean, Red's basically managed to take it all back, right? This is coming into here now. There's literally nobody in here, and I don't know, like, he had such a strong... Blue had such a strong opener, but just sad, really. What is this? Why am I looking at 8 reservists, 7 reservists, and their transports just walking forwards? They're not even going for the buildings, and, you know, he's just attack moved it, so all the transports are going first, and... Yep, this is gameplay right here. I mean, cinematic shot time. People tell me I need more cinematic shots. Wow. This is how it feels to be in the Belgian army, apparently. It's probably quite realistic, actually. Gotta get that screen shaking there. Wow, my screen doth shake. Oh, yeah, RM70 being fed by the fob. You know, the fob. The fob that he saw and he didn't do anything about. Right, so now he's sending a minstrel over here. Yeah, imagine if 9 reservists hadn't come over here, and instead he put 2 here and 7 in here. Or what have you. Alright, here come... Hang on. I thought he was bringing them in the... Have I got this the wrong way around? I thought he was bringing them in the IFV. You know, the one with the autocannon? When I did the deck review, I assumed it was the one with the autocannon, but I don't think it is. Unless this is a different unit. I can't remember what they're actually called, but I know the picture and the loadout. No, hang on. Yeah, these are not the ones I think they are, I think. Because the other guys, they've got 3 machine guns, I think. Anyway, you know, Gepard's a bit better against planes than those M150 things, but yeah, generally 3 minstrels is what you want. So, okay, so he's actually buying something more closely resembling a combined arms force now, although, you know, he seems to like just buy 2 of one thing and then wait a minute and buy 2 of another thing, buy 2 of another thing. But generally, you know, there's infantry and tanks and AA. There's no recon, but there's a CV at least. And so he should be able to get back in here. I mean, Red's been very, very slow on the uptake here. Like, all he had to do was send this unit forwards, or maybe send this unit forwards and just see, is there anybody there? And the answer would be no. So it was one minstrel team with an Uzi. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah, it's, he's still trying to go back to the positions that he was in 10 minutes ago, but, you know, he's not there anymore. That's kind of what happened with these reservists here, just sending all those reservists in because he assumed, well, I was there before and there wasn't much there. Well, times change. Anyway, this is probably dead. Yeah, but if he'd hit it right behind the house here, it probably would have been fine because the plane wouldn't have been able to get targeting, but he didn't. He was out here, so the plane could shoot him. But yeah, if he was literally like here, it doesn't even let me put my camera there, but I'm sure you get the idea. So that was a bomber coming in on these guys. Gepard's kaput. It does have smoke, you know, if you wanna use that, but sometimes you don't. I'm not sure. Like, this guy had no loadout, so what was he doing there? Okay, tanks coming in over here now. I don't know. I mean, when you're this far behind on kills, you don't want to be attacking 2 places at once, really, because you don't you don't have enough men to do that. And yeah, the minstrels, you know, they're not bad. They're pretty good actually. And now that they've got a second card. But yeah, I think this was played before the little hotfix because we see 2 RM70s here, you know, resupplied by that fob that he saw. You know, that fob that he saw? That he just didn't do anything about. Just, I don't know if I mentioned that. Maybe I mentioned that. So, yeah, lots of planes from both parties. I mean, he's just seen this Gepard kill his helicopter, and now he's just flying right over it, and, you know, he just lost a plane here, but... this is actually out of rounds. It's interesting. Okay. So everybody's evac in. They don't get missiles off on each other. One conquers here. Let's see how much damage it can do. There's no recon with this. He didn't bother bringing any recon with it. You know, he's got those scorpions and so on. You really need a recon with this, otherwise you're just gonna run into conkers and get shot, you know, like sort of like that. You know, maybe a bit of AA, one of those Gepards perhaps, or something, you know. It's kind of interesting that he's just not targeting the tanks, right? So, yeah, he's going forwards to avoid the RM70. It's actually working, like, I mean, this could have been moved over here at the start of the attack maybe, but it probably wouldn't have hit it. Anyway, the thing is, there's no CV there, so, like, it's sort of a similar situation here, like, he's doing work here, but there's no CV, so it doesn't actually matter. I suppose he's buying one now. But he's got to be careful, because if, like, he knows that there's a Conkers up here, although, yeah, it's run out of ammo because it's not shooting this. Yeah, somehow this has accomplished something, I'm not sure how, but... So typically, you know, you'd want to put one back here, and one here. You don't just YOLO them all back into the open, because then the planes are going to get you again. Right? Like, where... And the helicopters and so on, where are you going? What's the advantage of being over there? You know, at least come over here and then use this. These only have 2 top armor. But yeah, this Conkers now is going to get some kills, and this helicopter's coming in. So I'm just, like, he does something really cool, and then he just wastes it. Over and over and over and over and over again. It's this. I find it very difficult to watch. I don't know. I'm just massive autismo. I want things to work. So, you know, so he smoked here, and he could have hidden here maybe, but he smoked and then he just kept going, and now everybody's dead. But it's weird because like he attacks from strange angles, and then he actually like he accomplishes something, but he just doesn't seem to know when to stop. Right. Okay, so that's probably going to be fine because yeah, it's just left the range there. Okay. But yeah, I mean, he's still winning. It's worth noting that he's 905 points up, so I probably shouldn't be giving him such a hard time, but it's just very odd. I think a lot of that has to do with, like, Red's response. He's being bamboozled. You see he's got a smoke mortar here to try and smoke his way in here, but he's not really doing that. And, right, that's probably going to be a lot of deaths. Okay, so it gets a Melanto and a Minstrel, which is very, very worth it. And, yeah, I don't know, I mean... What... Did he really just not bring the good IFV? He just brought him in the 50 cal transports. It's a shame. I could have sworn he was bringing them in the IFV, but this must be... No, this is a different unit, because the ones coming in the IFVs were at 2 vet, and this is at 1 vet, so it's a different unit, I think. Anyway, here comes the smoke. And yeah, now he's going to drive in here. You know, he's going to do something here, like just go forwards a building. And oh, nobody's shooting me. Go forwards a building. Do you know what I mean? it's I guess it comes with practice. The more you play, the better you get at just probing, I suppose you would call it. Blimey, I mean, the guy could do with like, you know, combined arms. 1 IFV here with the autocannon. Do a lot of work. 1 tank. Not just buying loads of one thing. And then, oh, now I need something. How did this lose HP? And then, oh, I need something else. And then buying one of another thing. But so I'm a bit of a mismicro on this artillery here. But here we go. So he's figured this out. Although he's trying to artillery himself. Like, what? Just pay attention. But I suppose all his micros here, and this is working, so I understand. And Blue, just the way he played was just so aggressive. Like, he had it. He had it. And, like, what is this? That's your guy. And yeah, so he's running away because he's like, oh, hey, well, you know you can stop this, right? You can stop this at any time. You just press E, or just move the vehicle and it will stop. You don't have to, oh man, somebody's hitting me with artillery. Yeah, man, it's you. Oh dear. So yeah, it's gone from looking very bad for Red. I mean, it was basically the unthrowable game. And then Blue just kept marching forwards, and now, you know, Red's like in danger of getting to Paul. I mean, 16 minutes on a +2 is probably enough, but he's going for more here. This will stop that. Will he find out about it in time? I mean, he should have seen it coming down here, but if this gets in this building, then that's bad news. Because, well, I don't know. I mean, he might be able to neutralize it. Will he get in? He neutralizes it. But Blue's already got a CV coming, although that's going in a different way. And now, yeah, now Blue's got this problem. These run out of ammo quite quickly, it's worth pointing out. I got 640 rounds. I do like this from Red, having the fighter back here to stop these bombers from coming in constantly. I do think he should have invested in resupplying this cub. And yeah, I like the smoke mortar. I think it's very good. You know, if somebody's not defending their zone properly, they deserve to be smoke mortared. It's probably going to be 2 kills there, or 4 I suppose, because the transports count. More kills here. Yeah, he's just like blobbing. So this is the one I was thinking about. But yeah, it's got 3 machine guns. It's actually pretty decent for 40 points, but it's only 7 men. The AT is really bad, but it's got 3 machine guns instead of like 2 on the arm rifles, the British arm rifles. So that's pretty cool, actually. And the Saw Fallow is like the best MMG in the game, because basically if it's a magazine-fed machine gun, it's better, and if it's 7.62, it's better. Although it's been a while since I looked at it. Somebody did a calculation for the small arms, and they found that actually the 5.56 small arm is better than the 7.62 small arm. So that's my bad. Maybe it's the same for the... you know, we can try and work it out, actually. That's 7.62. That's 7.62. But you see how the stats on this should be the same as the stats on that? 0.2924. Although the veterans is different. 0.2924. Yeah, the vet's different. This is a 2 vet, that's a 1 vet. We got any with 2 vet here, but yeah, I mean, this is just... I mean, credit to Red, he's moving up, he's doing it. He could do with moving up a bit faster. But yeah, Blue, like, I miss what happened. So this Conker's killed the CV before it could cap it. So it's actually still a +3 for Red. And yeah, like, this could all, like, he's unloading it here, but your front line is here. You need to be up here, really. You need to bring up this Cub as well. Bring up those MGs. Like, he could just walk in here if he was using all his forces. I don't know, I don't know why he's still doing that. It's just sort of wasting ammo, really. But yeah, you see how effective this, like, so this zone is kind of hard to defend because of this, basically, and this, and the run from here to here. Whereas this zone, at the start, Blue gets in there, which is kind of annoying, but later on, Red definitely has an advantage here. So, yeah, just, I don't know, just sort of slow reaction times here, but yeah, Red's catching up, and Blue, okay, so he's bought another CV, but once again, he's going for this one before just sorting this out. He also needs to, like, buy a Gepard or something, because he's just got fighters in his spawn. Here's a third one, just come to the party. Although it's probably going to get suppressed quite a bit now. Okay, yeah, there we go, he's bought a Gepard. Bought 2 Gepards. The only issue is because they got to stop to aim every time. I mean, it's only 1.5 seconds now, but the range isn't great. But yeah, look, I mean, it's not bad at damaging people. You can get a decent shot off. I sort of prefer the Red Dragon implementation, but I mean, it looks nice as well. You see that, yeah, if you fly over a Gepard over and over and over again, it does actually hurt you. It's no Cub, but, you know. Anyway, like, Red could really do with moving up here. You know, there's nobody there. You need to get to here, you need to get to here, get the CV in, you could get a +7 or something. He's done a good job here, but, like, he's not reinforcing it. Okay, he's got some tanks coming. So he's reinforcing it, and he's got some supply for this Valiant Conkers that got the enemy CV. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's nobody here, but he's just not noticing. He's not noticing. He just needs to walk forwards. I appreciate that. You know, when the game is this weird, like, this has been a very, very weird game. It's not immediately obvious. Like, you know, you would assume there would still be people here, but you gotta try. Just send 1 unit forwards until it gets shot, and then pull it back. You know, these are very cheap. 15 points for 4 men. Just send one of those forwards. Okay, looks like he's doing it now. Right? I mean, I appreciate that he's almost dead, but that's just bad manners. What? What kind of gameplay is that? You just drove through the enemy, and it would have been perfect if it killed it. It would have been hilarious, but it was still pretty funny. I mean, it might kill it. It's still aiming. Looks like this guy's probably going to get it. Stealing the kill there. Gaming. Some gaming there. Anyway, you know, Red, he could have tried to take this building, perhaps, but Right, so what's going to happen here? Okay, so he's just going to walk it. And he's probably going to lose his transport. It does get smoke, you know, if you want to use that. Like, he could have gone forwards and smoked and sat in the smoke. Pretty sure it gets smoke. And now he could smoke. He gets smoke as well, so he could smoke this and then just sit in there and not get shot while he caps the zone. But either way, it's probably not long for this world, to tell you the truth. Like, he can now smoke in this and then sit in the building in the smoke and be fine. You've got smoke. Yes, so red's moved up here, and blue's still just not engaging in combined arms warfare. It's just kind of... I'm sorry I'm not, like, getting really excited, but this is just... I find it very upsetting. I like having the CV next to these so they can reload faster. You know, imagine being stood here and not dealing with this. I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, blue's early game was really good. He took a lot of ground, but he just didn't stop. He just kept going. I mean, sort of lack of experience, I guess. I mean, I do that a lot. You know, I'm not a perfect player, but you got to buy something other than just loads of one unit per tick every single time. It's quite a common mistake. You just, like, okay, I need this, and then you buy 4 of those, and then next minute, what do I need? I need this, and you buy 4 of those. You got to kind of break out of that habit and think, you know, one of these, 1 infantry, 1 tank, or 1 infantry, 1 AA piece, or what have you, rather than just, like, this is sort of mindless, you know. Somehow red is not taking points. Oh, I see, because he's... this is out of rounds. Yeah, he needs to walk in here, really. And the air bully's pretty real here, which you'd expect if you're Belgium anyway. Basically, you just want your minstrels up and so you kill whatever kills your thing, rather than... like, you can't intercept it, really. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so that's going to be +2 for red, but, like... is he... I mean, I get it. You want this to fire faster, this which has fully reloaded and you're not actually firing it, so it's a waste of time. But, like, surely this tank would be better suited up here, capping this zone, perhaps, you know? At least this one... oh, I assumed this was coming over here, but it's actually not. I mean, I suppose he could just wait for this to get there and then do it, because he doesn't know what's up here, but he now knows that nobody's going to shoot him if he comes down here. So he could just go behind this and go in there and he'd be alright, or, you know, send the helicopter. 7 minutes left. I think red's got it, to tell you the truth. I mean, blue sort of bravely hanging on, but you see, he just bought loads of infantry, right? And then all the infantry died. And now he's just buying loads of armor because, oh, he already bought the infantry. Well, the infantry's dead, so you need infantry again. Do you know what I mean? You sort of get stuck. If you buy things like this, you get stuck because by the time, because, like, he's buying armor because tanks just killed all his infantry. So he's like, okay, well, I need ATGMs and tanks, but yeah, but you need infantry to screen for it. Like, you can't just be like, whatever killed me last, I need to just buy the counter to that, because you end up in situations like this. But I mean, I kind of get the impression he sort of gave up a long time ago. He's still in the game. It's like, now this, yes. So he's going to take that, and that'll be a +4, and then, like, even, like, from Red's point of view, like, I don't understand this at all. He's in the zone. Why isn't there a CV in that zone? You know, you're on the clock. You've got 5 minutes. I appreciate that it's probably going to make it anyway, but it is weird. And then, like there's no recon here. The AA... oh, the AA's been pushed up, but there's no shore rat. I suppose he's relying on his fighters. And... okay, well... so I don't know if you know this, but if you've got an artillery piece, you can queue up the order and press return fire in the bottom right. It's in the bottom right. And then it will... when you release return fire, it will fire it, so you don't have to just waste ammunition waiting for them to walk in there. Although I've noticed that, like, he did just sort of walk into that and get shot. I do wonder if he's, like, you know, sober. I'm sort of getting the impression that he's not here. Not sure what happened there either. Yeah, so Red's clearly won, but he just doesn't want to cap Paul here. I mean, he's got lots of, like, there's no point, you don't need your infantry over here. Understand that this is the maximum you need to get it in, but you need a CV. Yeah. Anyway, that is a very one-sided KD. This is Lil Goat. He has had 283 ranked games this season, which has been going on for about 8 months. 463 total. And this is Australia for Life, who's actually had a pretty similar amount of games. Pretty similar number of games. But he's had a lot more total games, 2,400. Like, that's more than me, actually. This guy's only had 400. I don't know if he's reset it. He might have reset it, but I don't think he has. So, yeah, well, I mean, what a game. Like, Blue, he had it, and he just threw it all away. He threw it all away. Imagine if he got that fob and then not just bought one of one thing and then one of another thing. But yeah, there you go. I mean, look at this. Look how one-sided it was at the start. Blue doing really well, and then slowly starts throwing, throw, and then it's over. Then it's over. So, when you're airborne, you gotta know when to stop pushing, which is, I mean, look at that. Which is difficult, right? But yeah, wow. Wow. I'll see you around.